And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Almost ready to get underway. Getting the nod on the mound, Dean Kramer. How about a scouting report on him?
Well, he's been giving up a lot of hard contact this season. I mean, coming in, guys are hitting comfortably in the high 200s. So many times there's some bad luck, but then also there's just a little miss here or a little miss there that changes the outcome of the at-bat. We'll see if he can be consistent and make adjustments quickly in this one.
Okay, all set to go. And at the plate for Miami, Otto Lopez. That to right. Balls it in, and there's one away. Let's take a look at our lineup. Chris, this is an offense that puts the bat on the ball. Tough outs pretty much throughout the lineup, and they have fewer strikeouts than any other team in the league.
Yeah, Boog, and I just remember as a player, when you're going up against a club like this, it keeps you on your toes all game long because you got to make plays for your pitcher on the defense. And so an offense like that can really put some pressure on that defense. So they can swing the bats, put it in play, but I also think if they run the bases hard, it adds another element to their game.
That one ripped right center field, and it one-hops the wall. And he's got a double. You rewind and think back to those Giants teams that won 3 world titles. They were pretty good contact-based teams. Obviously, the Royals as well. It feels like it's swinging back a little bit towards there's an advantage to having some guys in your lineup that make contact. One out, runner at second. Lamont Wade Jr., the next up for the Marlins. That one ripped. That's back. And out of here. Home run number 10 of the year. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
So one out, nobody on. Next is the designated hitter, Connor Norby. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
1-2.
It's in and out of his glove. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. Man at first with one gone. And up next for Miami, Garrett Mitchell. Runner on the move. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. He circles the bases. Second home run of the inning for him. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 4-0.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Base is empty, one away. Now it's the shortstop, Willie Castro. On the ground, right side. The throw to first. 2 away.
Well, clear game plan coming in this one. Be aggressive against this starter. Try to knock him out of this ball game, and it looks like they're on their way to doing that. Get into the bullpen a little bit early. Could be a great offensive day.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Jose Trevino. 4 runs already in the frame here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Ground ball left side. Tosses across the first, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here in Baltimore, and today's starter, Braxton Garrett. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
And that'll fall for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder. Back-to-back base hits. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
No outs, runners at first and second. On the ground, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
2 on with 1 out. Here's Tyler O'Neill. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
1 and 2.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
On the ground, 2 ball. Slings to second, double play. And that'll do it for the inning. So it's no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Second inning coming up from Baltimore. It's the Marlins 4 and the Orioles nothing. Back now at Oriole Park. Top of the second. Now the third baseman, Graham Pauley. To the right side, Holiday. Gets it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second. Now here is Dane Myers.
On the mound, he's got to remember his offense can score a lot. So if he can hit the reset button from here going forward, there's still a chance that his club can win this ball game.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. O'Neill hauls it in, and there's 2 away. So the lineup flips over. Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Swings through that one for strike 2.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
This to third, Mayo. Whips it to first. That's the third out. So they make short work of him there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Marlins 4 and the Orioles nothing. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Next offering is in for a strike. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Here's Adley Rutschman. And now the lefty. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you up, saw you off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch.
Brings it in for the 3rd out. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. There's a swing and a drive. And it's gone. He'll touch them all. It's 5-zip. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So here's Wade now. And a superb diving catch. This dive wasn't the result of a bad route, Singy. The only reason he made the plays because his route was so good.
No doubt, Boog. StatCast tells the same story. I mean, he got to his spot as quickly as you can possibly get there, and he had to in order to have a chance at that diving play. Just special.
Next to hit, Connor Norby puts it in the air out towards left center. Dubon sizing this one up and puts the squeeze on that one. That's out number 2. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
Liner, base hit. And that keeps the inning going. This is Willie Castro. Liner, and this could be trouble. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Coming home. He will score.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Dean Kramer is done, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, number 31. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Here's the catcher, Jose Trevino. That's hard hit in a line. And that is that. So 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and 1 left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Marlins 6 and the Orioles nothing. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. And that one fouled off. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Jackson Holliday, the next to hit for the Orioles. This one in the air, center field. Mitchell pulls it down, 2 away now. And next is the designated hitter, Geraldo Perdomo. 2 outs, base is empty. Check swing called strike. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. Just off the outside part of the plate. And that one hit to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They still find themselves down 6-zip. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the third baseman, Graham Pauley. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. 2 down, nobody on. In the air, out towards left center, and that is that. Back here in Baltimore, here's the center fielder, Mauricio Dubon. Garrett winds and deals. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
That's back-to-back singles for him. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Swings and misses.
1-2 is the count.
And the count 1-2.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
To third, and it stays fair. And it's now first and second to start the inning.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit for the Orioles. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Mitchell snags it. Runner tags it second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out. And next for the Orioles, Colton Cowser. Next offering is fouled back. for the K. Now at the plate, Adley Rutschman.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Tracks it down for the out. And the inning is over. Orioles strand a couple. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. Back now at Oriole Park. We go to the top of the 5th. And now for the Marlins, Jesus Sanchez. The 1-1 is fouled off. That's out to center field. Dubon. He makes the grab. And there's one away. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. Wade recently taking home Player of the Month honors. Out of bounds right side. And that one handled. Fires to first in time. Two outs, base is empty. Now it's the DH, Connor Norby. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. Home run number 10 on the year, and they add a run. It's 7-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
That was quite the home run, Siggy, as we take it in again with StatCast. 114 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, and plenty of distance, too. I mean, with that kind of exit velo, if you can get it up in the air with good backspin, it's going to be a tape measure shot.
So 2 away with nobody on. And now here is Garrett Mitchell. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. To second, pulls him off the bag. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Man at second here with 2 away. Willie Castro, the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Cowser pulls it in on the run. One for the Marlins on the solo shot. It's now 7-0. You're watching Miami Marlins baseball on the Show, Florida. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. And into the box for Baltimore, Kobe Mayo. On a line out towards center. He's there. He's got it. And there's one down.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
One down, base is empty. Swings through that one, out in front that time.
1-2.
Smoked on the ground, a second. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So 2 down now, and here is Jackson Holliday.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That one misses. 2-1. Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Ground ball to the right side. Takes it himself. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Marlins 7 and the Orioles nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Pulls it in for the out.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Now the third baseman, Graham Pauley. This one in the air. Mayo. And he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Whips it to Mountcastle. Third out. Miami down in order, but they're still in control. It's 7-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's going to be Geraldo Perdomo. Fouled off left side. In the air, right field. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. And the leadoff man aboard. Here's Mauricio Dubon. Lifted in the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. So next to hit for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. The 1-1 is cut on and missed at a pitch upstairs. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone, and a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And they'll do it again. Good eye in that spot. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
And now it's filled up.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Gets a piece and stays alive. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
This is a tough play for the offense to stomach. I mean, they did everything right, but the automatic double just ruined the hit and run. The runner had a great jump from first, and at the plate, really good contact. Just a little bit of bad luck robbed him of a run.
And here is Colton Cowser. 2 on, 2 outs. High fly ball down the left field line. Makes the grab, and that will end the inning. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Singing, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels, and I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player has maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
Swing and a miss. Going to count 1 and 2. Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time. And that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all and everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals with one or the other hands.
That was your worst start one year. Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awful. Not awesome. It was awesome.
Not so awesome.
It was awesome for pitchers facing me, but it was awful for me. It sounded like some type of deal at a fast food restaurant, like 3 for 33 or something.
Whips it to Mountcastle. That's the first out in the top of the 7th. The man they call Late Night Lamont steps in. Man at second. Fastball right back to the mound. Throws to first in time. Digging in, Connor Norby. Lopez on third with 2 out. Tosses to first. That's out number 3. So 1 hit is all they get. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Marlins 7 and the Orioles nothing. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. That's a strike across the top of the zone. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches.
Man, he's been really good. About to hit that 100 pitch mark here in the 7th. Man, we'll see how far they're going to ride him, but it's been pretty good so far.
That one lifted to left. Myers in position. Makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. Braxton Garrett done for the night, and he was very good. They'll be happy with that, no doubt. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a minute. Anthony Bender on the pitch here.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And that one sliced foul. The Orioles with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. On the ground out to short. Castro sends it to first. Inning over. This one pretty well decided at this point. 8th inning coming up. It's the Marlins 7 and the Orioles nothing. We're at the top of the 8th, and at the plate for Miami, Garrett Mitchell. Hit in the air, center field. Dubon settles underneath it. Makes the catch for the out. One up, one down. And up next for Miami, Willie Castro.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. Hauls it in, 2 away. And here's the catcher, Jose Trevino. And Chris, his big strength is defense, but it is interesting in today's world of baseball compared to when you played. A good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. Nothing doing here this half. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Marlins 7 and the Orioles nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. I think the other component is putting down the finger that the pitcher wants to throw and being on the same page. And that's something that this guy does really well. Gets in sync with his pitchers. Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Geraldo Perdomo. Lined into right. 2 down. Two down, base is empty. Mauricio Dubon, the next to hit for the Orioles. So now 1 and 2. Up the middle, and that chance handled. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Orioles held in check there, not going their way. It's 7-0. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Roansy Contreras.
And this could be a tough first test for him right here. His numbers against lefties aren't great this season.
Here's the third baseman, Graham Pauley. And that one in the air, center field. Dubon on his way over, makes the catch, and there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Three and 2 now. In the air to left center. O'Neill getting an angle on it. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. O'Neill should have this one and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Back now at Oriole Park. So bottom of the 9th and into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. The shortstop takes the ball. Well, Siggy here in Baltimore, and crab cakes. We need to get our hands on some crab cakes. You think we'll get someone to maybe run down for us and grab a few?
Absolutely. It's got to happen. Maryland crab cakes, the best. And you talk about the seasoning. Nobody does it better than the people here in the city of Baltimore. But even so, here at the ballpark, some great food.
2-2 on the way. Stays alive. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. On the ground to first. The flip to the pitcher covering. He didn't make things easy for him there, but they still get the out. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Tyler O'Neill. Yeah, and I'm kind of partial to my guy Boog down there over that right field wall, and some barbecue, because Boog can fire up some pretty good barbecue.
Yeah, and I'm surprised we haven't seen any of that yet up here in the booth. Come on, man, let's go.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout, and they're down to their last out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
So up next, Colton Cowser. The 1-1 is fouled off. The Orioles down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
This one ends 7-0. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.